All right, Dover Xfinity. So here, these are normal settings. I sometimes drop to 14 to 1 just for comfort, but I think I do like 16 to 1 at Dover. Some people claim that it's good for tire saving, and I understand why. It's really easy to turn the wheel too much here. So if you feel like you're prone to that, I do recommend 16, but it shouldn't make a difference if you kind of understand what's roasting your tires and what's not. It's gonna be a second lap, hot lap. Gonna not try to heat up the tires too much on the first lap. Take it pretty easy. I thought that first lap was gonna be better, but especially the out lap in turn 1, it has a noticeably less amount of grip. Turn 3 and 4 is really nice, but you can't depend on half a lap for all your lap time. So you might want to like take it a little easy on lap 1. I'll show you just the shape. We just go down, let the car slip a little bit, turn the car back down. I'm not going to overdrive exit here, get the car loose or anything. So now I'm going to set up a little bit wide, get the car pointed downward by here, and just really try to get a good exit. Should grip up here pretty good if you don't slide your tires too much. Don't have to keep it at the bottom, little diamond. Shallower you keep it, the more it's going to want to slide. Going to do a little bit wider of an entry turn 3. Get it pointed down for the exit. Try to get a good run off the corner. A little bit of a wiggle, but yeah. So if you really are struggling with the exit of 4, because it's very common to struggle with the exit of 4, take the turn a little bit wider than I did there. Take it like second lane, and then turn down and try to make that turn 4 straighter than I took it. It's a little bit more difficult to keep it shallow like that. Okay. So yeah, run up. This isn't how wide you should be for your actual lap, but this is the run up. So I would say like a lane and a half down from here is where you might want to start if you're struggling with exit of 4 on hot lap. But yeah, I just like having it turn down around this red general tire sign. And you should be able just to full throttle it with the amount of grip heat that you have in your tires. If you're going for a first lap hot lap, because it's not horrible, right? You might just want 2 shots at a first lap hot lap. This exit, if you do this, is going to be a lot more slidey. So you got to be careful. Can't go full throttle there. But you can if it's second lap. So I go smooth off the throttle. Well, relatively smooth. I do it in stages because it's kind of tough to land this corner if you get out of the gas all at once. So I do a little bit smoothly. A little bit of a brake drag. And then once you get down to where you, down to the bottom here, you want to get back on that half throttle and then just let the car turn back down for you and then go full throttle. So we want to make that diamond. It doesn't look like a crazy diamond, but we kind of cut off the top of the diamond for hot lap. I could have entered a little bit higher there too. This is like a higher like ceiling, but the wider you go, like let's say that you go a lane off the bottom or half lane off the bottom, you can run pretty similar lap times and it's more consistent. So taking this idea where you get to your line with your brake and then half throttle, wait for your car to turn back down the hill, then full throttle, that's kind of the move for both corners here. And 3, I do go a little bit wider, right? All the way at the bottom of 3 I don't like, no matter what, for hot lap at least. I like it even a little bit higher than I am right here. Just allows me to get a better exit here, and you can see how much I'm kind of wiggling around on that exit. If I'm like a lane off here instead of half a lane off, I can full throttle that without much effort. But you just lose a little bit of time by being that much higher off the bottom, rolling the whole corner. We'll take a look at that one more time. Smooth off throttle, brake drag to your line, throttle at half until it turns, and then full throttle. Cool. Tire saving is going to be a little different here. We're going to really commit to the diamond because by committing to the diamond with our brake, we are going to take out a lot of the steering input that we have in what we were doing for our hot lap. And tire saving is really big at Dover, and because Dover is so like unpassable, single groove type stuff, you can really get away with doing a tire savvy line without losing any track position. So it's going to be a lot more exaggerated of a diamond here. Going to go all the way to the bottom, hold brake, let the car turn. Let me see, I even get a little bit back. So 2/10 in that corner. But this is first lap, so I have cold tires. And this should be like just as fast almost, like about 10th off. But if you go back to my replay of me doing hot lap, you'll notice I'm using a lot less steering wheel doing this. I'm actually throttling and rotating the car. Oh, mess up. Hee. Saved it. You don't have to get all the way to the bottom, but it is kind of nice too. My tires are a little screwy right now. So we get to the bottom with our brake, throttle half, let the car rotate on its own. Oh, a little bit too much throttle there, so it's supposed to turn back down the hill for me, and it did not. So I might have to wait a little bit longer with my tire situation right now. So yeah, see how it turns back down the hill there under throttle? That's what I'm looking for, and that's going to be really comfortable on exit. If your car is not completing the diamond with just your brake and your throttle, you might be overdriving entry. You might be not waiting long enough to get back on throttle. Might not be braking enough. Usually it's like I use my brake to initiate the top of the diamond and then my throttle finishes it, if that makes sense. That was good. That was a great long run lap. So see how like I get to the top of the hill with the brake, and the moment that I feel like I'm at that little crest of the hill, I transition to throttle, and it rotates my right rear around and drives back down the track. No extra steering should be required for this. People who roast their stuff do it, because I'll show you right here. They'll do this, and then they'll turn the wheel more to get it turned back down. You see how I was turning the wheel more there? You don't need your steering wheel there. All that's doing is destroying your right front tire. You just want to hold your wheel and use your brake and your throttle to complete the diamond. That's the biggest key that I can give you for Dover. So you hold your wheel, and you'll just let your brake and your throttle do it for you. It's easier said than done, obviously, but that's what you should be aiming for, and it's not always going to be perfect that way, but that's what you should be aiming for. Oops. Yeah, so right rear, it will get back on the right front pretty heavy later in the run. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope to see you all on the track.